Hey y'all, what it is, what it do? It's your girl Brittany. She's back. She's better with another video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, like the video, click the bell to be notified of every time I post. You know what it is. I know what it is. We know that your girl posts frequently. All right, y'all, say it with me, say it with me, say it with me collectively. Baby, we are jumping, skipping, hopping, leaping. We doing the Dougie Pow, our Dougie Yow into this video. Click the link down in the description box below to become a paid member on my Patreon. Currently, right now, I'm doing Baddies West. I'm doing Valley Girl Season 3. And when it comes out, hopefully it hurry up and come out because I'm thirsty for it. I'm going to be doing Playboy's Las Vegas. So make sure y'all click in the description, the link, and become a paid member on my Patreon. And also, y'all, make sure y'all are subscribing to the channel. Okay? I be getting a lot of first. Oh my God, I've never been this early for a video. You would always be early if your post notifications were on. That's your fault. Do better, okay? Period. And make sure y'all liking the video. Y'all, I'm putting a lot of effort. I'm putting a lot of work. Make sure y'all like the video. Like, girl, it ain't never a little likey like. It is not going to hurt you, okay? Backpack to your head is not going to hurt you. Just vibe, twin. All right. Moving on to the episode. This episode was good. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I was very much so entertained. Very much so entertained. Now, Caribbean, whatever your name is, y'all getting on my nerves. Because in the scenes, it be giving, I'm nice, I'm cool. Confessionals, really like doing the most. Really acting like you own that in the confessionals. For real. Like, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do be having to remember that they are on the second day. But I do think she making a big deal just out of herself. Like, she's not that important. She hasn't been given much of anything. And like I said before, the only reason why we know her is because of her confessionals. Other than that, we do not know her. So it's like, girl, step it up. Step it up on the scenes. You need to step it up, babes. You need to step it up. Also, Hennessy versus Blue. Baby, get that. Run that. Because who is Blue talking to? Run that. Like, just get in there. Jules, it took you forever in a day to call out Amber. You should have called Amber out day one in the house. Like, and I don't like to agree with Zaniya. Don't care for Zaniya, but I got to agree with her when she's right. Like, no. Amber been playing in Jules' face from day one when you came in there trying to quote unquote fight for her. That's why you don't be trying to just fight for any old rando. Yeah, y'all cool. Y'all went to a couple clubs, but you should have known that she wasn't on there behind you like that from the get-go. When she was in that room still, because she might, you should have known, okay, 10 times out of 10, she's probably not going to have my back. Kennedy continues to take the biggest L on Young and Reckless. Very much so. How you want to fight Legacy, but Zaniya the one calling you out? Zaniya is the one letting it be known that you and Sai was on that behind her, and the person that you want to get is Legacy. Not the person who snitched on y'all, but Legacy. Now, how that work? Where they do that at? I've never, ever seen somebody so scary. Didn't want to cry. Y'all think I'm weak. You are weak. You are weak. And at this point, I don't think you're going to come to the reunion. You keep reunion. Underlay. Girl, shut up. You was on the show for 5 to 7 days. You could have got that on the show. You keep reunion, underlay. I don't need to see you get it up at the reunion because I've seen you get it up in the house and I wasn't impressed. So I know you're not going to give me much of any type of show. You're not a big deal. It's nothing for me to be on the edge of my seat about. It's not like you're going to give 2 and 3 rounds and you're weak. You want to fight Legacy, but again, not Zaniya. And Zaniya the one who told them what was up. Yes, Legacy did go behind her and tell Hennessy them, but she wouldn't have had that information if Zaniya wouldn't have told them on the bus. So your best bet was to go for Zaniya. but you're crying in the corner saying you got to get legacy. Girl, bye. I always knew you was a loser. I know a loser when I see a loser. So we start off the episode with Chastity and Caribbean, aka Carbon, in the pool. So Chastity, like, how are you liking Caribbean? How are you liking Mexico? The girl said, we just got here. I said, exactly. Like, they ain't got y'all having no conversation starters. That girl said, well, we just got here. And when we got here, we went to sleep. So I'm just now enjoying something. So let's just touch on the beginning of their conversation, which is Carbon, aka Caribbean, being like, oh, I ain't no bully. I ain't finna pick on the weakest link. It's a lot of them doing that. They calling me out because I'm not fighting, but I don't have no beef with nobody. They telling us, do more, but do more equals fighting. And then said, man, this young and reckless. Bitch, you answered your own question. Right then and there. Your answer was in the question. Swear. Your answer was in the question. Is Young and Reckless this a top show? Y'all are not slow. Y'all have watched the show. Y'all already knew what it was, what was up. And I hope they don't bring you back. Honestly, because you wasted an opportunity. You keep sitting up here complaining. Every time we see you, you complaining like, oh my God, they want me to fight. Well, just fight then, baby. If you feel like that's what they want you to do, all this stuff that you feel like all these people are doing, these little issues that you do have, call it out. Call it out. Call it out, babes. It could be easy as that. It could be easy as that. You could call it out and be done with it. You're not calling it out. You're being a standby character. You're not doing enough. So they, trying to put you on game, trying to help you out, but you just see like, oh my God, they want me to fight. When they said y'all was born, instead of you being like, oh my God, y'all not telling me right, you could have easily been like, I'm not born, I'm giving. Like, you could have found a way to do more. Not necessarily saying that you got to fight, but like she said, argue a little bit. Y'all know what show y'all on. Y'all acting, no shade. Y'all acting like y'all don't want to Nina shows or something. Y'all not on Nina show. Y'all on Ferrari show. This the top show on the network. With it being the top show, we expect the girls to come in and do what need to be done. Yes, you are giving something different, but it's more so when you in the scene, you complaining. And then you being real nice about stuff. You really don't be on that for real, for real. If we just being honest, like the person in the confessional, this who need to be on the scene. The girl in the confessional, you see how I look. I ain't finna be playing with these. Like, yeah, bitch, I'm checking that. Like, that needs to be in the scene, not on the confessionals. You talking big dog in the confessionals. And I'm gonna be honest too. Even when it comes to the panels, like they do the panels on Tuesdays, I review them on Wednesdays. With the panels, you don't see her ever up there. She's never on the panels. In all the panels that I've reviewed, rewatched, she's never up there. So it's not even like you give your opinion on the episode or anything. You don't say nothing. So really, what do they need you for? Because it's not even like you're putting in work. It's not like you're doing much. You're just complaining. Like, shut up. And again, y'all keep saying this is young and reckless. This is young and reckless. You can serve these looks. You can get personality. And y'all are doing neither. Y'all are not even giving the bare minimum. The bare minimum is the looks. The bare minimum is the personality. Cherries on top is the fights. Y'all not even giving that. So they shouldn't have brought y'all, to be honest. And you did not check nobody. You didn't stand up, letting it be known that you was on there. You were like, y'all not telling me right. I hate the fakeness. I hate the fakeness. It gave scripted and you playing it out like you really said something. You didn't say anything. You didn't say anything out the way. I hope they get you. Because you playing too buck for me. Like, no, make her fight. Like, cause no. You off the walk up, you wasn't doing all that. You were like, y'all not talking about me right. And I wish they would have played it back so we could have seen actually what she did. Like, you talking a big game because y'all one-on-one. But in actuality, all this energy that you had was left at the door with the maracas. Now they do give us a, sneak peek of Kayla and Caribbean getting that. They always try to make it seem like Kayla be losing her fights. And the girls do be getting good licks on Kayla, but Kayla hit hard. Hit too hard for you, boy. Hit too hard. She really do hit hard. So I definitely don't really feel like it's gonna go in Caribbean favor. It definitely seems as though she up in there, but we gonna see. We gonna see, because they'll give us a sneak peek and we like, oh my god, like she tore Kayla up, and then it'll be like, okay, the whole thing. Caribbean has a one-on-one with Ferrari for what? For what? Anyway, so she has a one-on-one with Ferrari. They ride these horses. She says like Ferrari really messy, but she a good time. Ferrari, the way you clocked Blue, you should be on the internet clocking Caribbean for making that little statement about you, okay? Because you sure clock Blue. Clock her too, okay? Clock her. Boom. So they on the horses, and Ferrari like, you look good on the horse. Girl, Ferrari's looking for that girl to be like, you too, friend. The girl said, Ferrari said, okay. Anyways, now they get to talking about why she was on the chopping block. They stop holding hands at this point. First of all, I hate this black wig on Ferrari. Ferrari look better with color in her hair, in my opinion. The black just makes her more pale, in my opinion. But anyway, so the girl, like, while I was on the chopping block, Ferrari tells her, like, this not like the other shows. I do like you, but it was a hard decision. The decision was not hard. Ferrari's lying. The decision definitely wasn't hard because the girl wasn't doing anything. She was just there. She was just there being cool with everybody. That's not what the show needs. That's not what we pay our monthly subscription for. So no, Ferrari, be for real. Tell her what it is. But Ferrari didn't do that. And mind you, again, she keeps going back to, I could get like that. I could get like that. Okay, well, this is my thing right here. Y'all had already seen Young and Reckless. Y'all noticed they top show. If you're seeing everybody else fight and you want to be the odd one out and don't fight, stop saying that you can get like that. Stop going back to what everybody is doing. Because to me, at this point, again, you're complaining. You already know what the show is giving. Y'all irritating as ever, in my opinion, just because y'all keep saying, oh, well, I'm not a fighter. I'm not a fighter. I'm not a fighter. Oh, I want to give more than that. Stop trying to rebrand these shows. We don't pay for y'all to come in, be on the show, go through the audition, get picked to rebrand a show. We watch the show because we like violence, okay? Understand that first and foremost, we like violence. That's what we're looking for. That's why they call y'all out. That's why they do the stuff they do, because they want y'all to fight, because that's how they make their money. That's how they feed their family. And we are entertained off that. Stop trying to come on these shows and, oh, I wanna make it different. You will have a horrible time making it different, because if this is what the show is about, that's what the show is about. Just like they keep calling y'all out for being boring and everything else. And you feel some type of way because you're not doing much of anything. The only reason why you feel some type of way is because you're not really putting in much effort. And you feel like, this all I got. This all I got. Take it or leave it. And they're like, leave it. Do more or else. And you keep having an or else behind you. So you need to do more, babes. Like, I'm tired of all the complaining. I don't even understand why y'all gassed her and gave her more camera time. And even with the more camera time they are giving you, I'm not seeing much personality. I'm seeing more so complaining. I'm not seeing the person now. I'm not seeing why they kept you around. Boom. Let's talk about some more stuff that she did say. So she was like, they think that she a punk and they think stuff sweet, but it can really get like that. You should have said that in that moment. And then, you're justifying that you didn't do anything in that moment because you're not trying to bully nobody. You're not picking no fights. But if they called y'all boring and you felt hit, you should have got up and said that y'all think stuff sweet. It's not sweet. I get like that, but I'm not finna bully nobody and I'm not finna pick no fight. You could have easily said that in that little house meeting. That could have been said right then and there. But you chose to be like, y'all not telling me right. And then they said no, but regardless, all this speech and all this, it could get like that. It's never getting like that though. Like, stop teasing us with the, what is it called? Like when somebody jump at you, they jump at you playing like they gonna hit you, but then they don't hit you. Stop jumping at us. Stop. It could get like just let it get like that. Like, go on, throw the punch. And it is day 2, but they only film for 5 to 7 days. So that's why you gotta hurry up, show personality, get in the field, do what you need to do, because it is only day 2, and you only have so much time for us to be like, okay, we like her, we don't like her. It's not like baddies where they film for 3 weeks to a month. They film for a week, babes. So you have 5 days to a week to show personality, show why they should keep you. And I just don't feel like for these 2 days that you've been here, you gave us anything to work with. If it wasn't for your confessionals alone, promise you, if they did not have your confessionals in there, you would be a nobody, a shadow. And you really are a shadow, for real. I would say this: the only reason why Ferrari wanted to have this conversation with her is because Ferrari felt embarrassed and that she didn't know that the girl just had a baby. I promise y'all, this conversation was not about Caribbean and trying to get to know her like that. It was about Ferrari feeling embarrassed because she didn't know that the girl just had a baby. That's it. That's all. Because they're both talking at each other and not necessarily to each other. When it comes to the fame part, Ferrari is back in, da da da. But Ferrari had to get that off her chest that she really didn't know that the girl just had a baby. And it is day 1, but also too, she like, I didn't really get to know you like that. Like, it's only one of me. And Ferrari, in my opinion, really ain't trying to get to know these girls. It's more like, this my show, I'm the host, I need to know just enough, but I don't have to know your life story. When I tell you Caribbean is not stunned Ferrari, when Ferrari said, how do you feel about your like miss your kid, she was like, I miss my baby. Ferrari didn't try to come in and be like, I miss my kid. She, girl, didn't you give me the stage, let me perform. God, like when I tell you, she been coming for her. She said, this is my time to shine. Y'all gave me a scene, this is my scene. Now, Isaiah did have something to say about this little part of Young and Reckless, because he feels as though, his show just keep being brought up. His shows just keep being brought up in the bad light. Mind you, the girl just continues to go back to like, I'm the only one who ain't fall. I'm the only one who ain't fall. Ferrari, like, girl, who cares? Like, I'm not looking for the heaviest hitter. Ferrari is lying. I ain't gonna say she looking for the heaviest hitter, but Ferrari is looking for y'all to fight, baby. Like, I mean, go off the first couple episodes, Ferrari was only entertaining the girls who was fine. She like, well, what's the issue? Give me dialogue. Like, what happened? Da da da. She orchestrating. Okay, let's go in here and you tell her what you just told me, baby. That's what it is. Simple. Like, that's what it is. I don't feel as though she looking for the heaviest hitter, but also too, she brings the more popular girls to her show. Hennessy, Kayla, all them came off of Isaiah's show. As much as she talking about go to Isaiah stuff, if you want to be the heaviest hitter, like, this is a different concept. No shade. The stars that Isaiah found were the stars that have came to Ferrari's show and helped her show be what it is. Let's be clear. If it wasn't for Ivory taking off, we wouldn't have a legacy. We wouldn't have a meal. And that's no shade to them, because they definitely are stars, and they are the originals. They are the OGs of Young and Reckless. But if Ivory wasn't doing what she was doing, putting belt to ass like she was doing that day, or while she was in there, it wouldn't have been the show that it was, or the Najas of the world. Like, they definitely put fire up under a lot of these girls' asses to have the girls that we love and know now. So I'm not gonna say it's all about fighting, but at the same time, get in the field. Get in the field or shut up. Cause it's like, I really get like that. I really get like that. Start the car up and have it run. Crank it up. Crank it and drive. Like, I'm tired of hearing I can't, I get like that, I get like that. Get like that then. Now, I will say this. It never gave PJ round It never gave PJ meow. It never gave that. You wasn't doing nothing. Even Goody shouldn't have been. It was a lot of them that shouldn't have been on there. Hennessy shouldn't have been on there. Goody shouldn't have been on there. Blue shouldn't have been on there. It was a lot of girls who shouldn't have been on the PJ. But they definitely made a good decision by not putting you on there. You did not deserve to be on there. Now, Caribbean ends up letting it be known that she has an issue with Yaz because Yaz said, PJ meow, when she said commercial. And 10 times out of 10, I don't think none of y'all flying no PJ outside of the show. And that's really no shade. Who really is? Unless they got a sugar daddy or they come from money like that. Like, I think everybody really flying commercial. You know, you have top tier commercial and then you have regular commercial. But, you know, baby, we all are normal people. I think we're all truly just flying regular. Unless you got brand deals or something like that. But we all flying regular, babes. It's really no shade. But she lets it be known, you know, that she's going to address Yaz. But once again, that could have been addressed when they said that y'all was born. And, you know, everybody was getting their rocks off and their issues. You could have easily said, hey, da da this, da da that. You know, they ain't gave you 2 scenes, and now on this scene, you let it be known that you have a problem with Yaz and you're gonna address her. Okay, Snow, I don't care about the bone and Hennessy got to pick with you. I really don't care about them two, to be honest. I really don't. Hennessy feel like she want to get out of Kayla's shadow and fight, do that. If anything, run your ones with Zaniya, but also get that with Snow too. Snow feel like she feeling herself, she smelling herself. Get that. I need more entertainment from both of y'all, anyways. And it's Amber. So, like, are you gonna fight her? If Glasses 2.0 don't shut the hell up. So apparently Hennessy addressed them before, you know, they went on a PJ or went to Mexico or whatever. But again, Zaniya, why would you tell this information once y'all get to Mexico? Why didn't you tell that information while y'all was all just standing right there and saying like, oh, they was saying they was gonna have my bag locked in the sock? You keeping it to when y'all get to Mexico. Now, it's a 50-50 chance that Zaniya is lying. Well, we already know Kennedy is a liar. She a punk. And she's scary. Side pound scary. We already know that. They don't really give me lock and sock. Side don't, at least. Now, Side did say, oh, you my roommate. I'm going to stand with you. She did say that in her confessional. I do remember that. But do I think that she giving lock sock? No. I don't think she's giving lock and sock. And Zaniya, like, mind you, they did tell Zaniya, like, catch the fade. Like, come on, we can catch the fade when we get back to the house. Zaniya really didn't want to catch that fade. So, like I said, it's still a 50-50 chance that she is telling the truth or lying. Because Zaniya didn't want to catch the fade the first time. You know, after they jumped her, it wasn't like she was at the house like, come on, like, let's do that. She was not doing that. It was like, I told you my eye, da, da, da. Oh yeah, y'all beat me, y'all jumped me, no marks. Like, it was more like that. But she wasn't necessarily trying to fight once she got to the house. So like I said, it's still a 50-50 chance to believe her or not. They then started talking about Caribbean, aka Carbon, and how, you know, she kind of going around saying that she gonna press your ass, but ain't did it yet, waiting on her to say something else. That's what I'm saying. Like, it really don't get like that, for real. It really don't get like that. You scared. But like I said, she do get to find with Kayla. Now, I will say this. I think the only reason why she get to find with Kayla, Kayla had to say something. Because as y'all know, Kayla was getting irritated with her when she was doing all that before they went to Mexico. Kayla was very irritable with her. So I definitely think because Kayla was irritable, you know, once they get in the scene and the girl say something, Kayla gonna be like, oh my gosh, shut up. Now she finally addresses Yaz, but it was like on some girl, like, oh my god, my feelings, like, you know, I'm just trying to make sure that I ain't overthink it or whatever. And she kind of just threw it under the rug. Nugs was jumping in, Kennedy was jumping in, like, oh no, she wasn't even saying it like that. Like, no, it wasn't even like that, you know. And she let it go, but she really wasn't pressing it like that. No way. Goody ends up saying, you know, I'm happy you stood up for yourself. Stood up for herself how? By saying, y'all not telling me right. She did not stand up for herself. Maybe outside, maybe she did stand up for herself, but not in Mexico. Kennedy only saying that She like Caribbean because she afraid to fight them other girls. And now it's, oh, being a bad bitch, you ain't gotta fight. No, you don't want to fight no more. So now, oh, being a bad bitch, you don't have to always fight. Baby, so everybody and their daddy coming for Amber Nick, and it's about time. Honestly, she was the one that I feel like should have just went home regardless. She did not deserve to go to Mexico whatsoever. She gave nothing. She did nothing. Like, if anything, her fight escalated a lot of the stuff, and the fact that what we on episode 8 and we only seen her episode 1 and 2 and you've been missing ever since, like, yeah, just wrap it up for her in her career. My thing is, she is fake. And I agree with Zaniya. You need to stick by the person that you came here with. Jules came in having your back, and you're like, oh well, I love you, you're my girl, but she's my girl too. No, she is fake, she is phony, and I wouldn't trust her. I would never fight for her again ever in life. I don't care what's on the line, I don't care how cool we is, nothing. But my thing is, Zaniya, you the pot calling the kettle black, because when Kayla kicked Jules, you never, like, mind you, Yas was pulling Jules' hair. You ain't jump in and get that for Jules. You ain't jumping. You talking about, I knew her before this, all this and that. But when Yas pulled her hair, you did nothing. You was just standing over there on the sideline. So no, Zaniya really don't have no room to call nobody out, because she don't necessarily jump in for Jules. And even then, when it came to Hennessy fought Jules. She was fighting Jules while Kayla was fighting Zaniya. You ain't never just hit Hennessy back because, she fought your homegirl. I think the only reason why she dogging Amber out right now is because Jules kind of got into that altercation with her. Not because she wanted to, but because Hennessy hit her. So, no, Zaniya should be the last person really calling anybody out. Listen, Martin Luther King, aka Amber, shut your up. I just feel like our black women, our Hispanic women, they love to tear each other down. Girl, shut up. Shut up. Shut the up. Do y'all say all that when WWE, boxing, football, soccer? Do y'all be saying all that? No, y'all don't. Shut up. Tearing each other down. Girl, they was on your neck on the bus. So you wanted to let the camera see that you did tell Kayla to leave Jules alone. Shut up. And I see your freshly shaved kanakara. It looks a mess. Don't wear it no more. You have a pure heart and a pure soul, and you let your friend go downstairs and fight all your battles, and we finally see you 17 episodes later. And even with that, somebody had to call you out because you wasn't being a real friend, a real genuine friend to your homegirl. You seen your homegirl, I was messed up. And instead of you getting on camera, like telling Kayla, like, hey, leave her alone, you decided to get it off camera when it don't count. And 3 and 4 people had to call you out. And now all of a sudden you making sure, oh my God, the blacks and the Hispanic women don't fight. But you never minded that same black girl to go downstairs and fight your battles for you. You never minded that. Please, girl, get out of here. So Hennessy is irritated because Legacy told her what happened, whatever. She like, okay, let's address it now. Ferrari trying to calm him down. She like, no, we're not gonna address it right now. Then here goes Zaniya playing like, oh, it was noted. I really ain't care. What happened to the locks and the socks? What happened to y'all was getting suited and booted and putting scarves on? Playing like y'all was finna go to bed, but for real, y'all was finna have World War II downstairs. What happened to all of that? Now it was like, oh, no, that I really ain't care. Now it's, oh, now that was before Cancun. What was the purpose of you bringing it up? You in her face now you watering it down. You was hype on the buzz. It was lock and sock on the buzz. Now it's, oh, well, that was before Cancun. And that's why I don't like Zaniya. I cannot stand her, because just depending on who she around, you never know what personality you're gonna get. So Kennedy heard, whatever, but you ain't come up and be like, no, I never said that. You ain't come up and address it. And then you look for Don Goody to come in. Don said, Goody said, no, we not doing that. I'm not jumping in there. She was like, oh, I don't know what's going on. Enlighten me. But you see, she ain't jump up this time. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I ain't had nothing to say this time. Kennedy, well, I'm gonna go address Legacy because I never said it. No, you heard your name being brought up. Why don't you address Zaniya, the person who told all this? You are soft and you are messing up our tequila experience, okay? We're trying to drink the real tequila out here. You are soft, you are weak, you are punk, you are scared, you are a loser, you are all those things. And then you tried your best to give us some tears, but they never came down. Voice barely cracked. Save the skills. You barely have any technique. Work on it at home. Don't work on it on the show. Then giving us the ugly face and a tear has yet to drop. You look a mess. And now you want to go home. Why? Because you know Hennessy might give you that work. Zaniya might come behind her. You say that you're lying. I mean that she's lying. So now you want to go home. But you then want to fight Legacy. But not Zaniya, the one who told everybody that you and Sai said that. You are a snake. No tears were coming down your face. You want to fight Legacy. Legacy told Kayla. Legacy told Hennessy. You don't even have your lie together. And tell me something, you really get down. I can't tell. I can't tell. Boom. So Snow starts going back and forth with Hennessy. And I agree with what Hennessy's saying. She is answering every question but what she said, who took off first. You right there, if I'm asking who took off first, you saying you hit her from behind. I'm not asking you where I hit her. I'm asking, did I punch her first? Regardless if I snuck her, did the Dougie with her, then punched her. I'm asking who took off first, me or Kayla? You're still not answering that, but I do think that Snow felt like Hennessy was trying to punk her, and she probably feel like she could take Hennessy. Personally, to me, Snow is neither here nor there. I don't know why they put her on BBO because she didn't give anything. Not on this show and not on BBO, in my opinion. Boom. So we end up seeing Sai's new confessional look, and she looked cute. So they started going back and forth with Zaniya, Sai, and Kennedy. But again, suck her. She's right there. She's on the table. Get her. Get her. She's putting y'all in drama. She's putting y'all in mess. Y'all are explaining yourselves. Just hit her for putting y'all in drama. Simple. So mind you, Ferrari was in the room. I'm not gonna lie, she was in the room. She was in the room. And Ferrari said, "Don't add me in there. I ain't got nothing to do with that." Kennedy told me something. You was in the room, so I am gonna put your name. Ferrari said, "It don't matter if I was in the room or not. Don't put my name in it. That has nothing to do with me." I will say this though. Ferrari can't keep trying to be the host and be everybody's friend because the scene they talking about now, Kennedy, you didn't see her talking like I don't remember her in the scene. I do remember Sai though, and that is when Zaniya had on Kayla chain. So Ferrari was in there. And Nug jumping in. What you jumping in for? Biscuit, chicken nugget. Tell me that's who y'all need to have y'all beef with. No, that's not true. She need to have her beef with Zaniya because Zaniya is the one who told Legacy. Regardless of who the messenger was, the message got through because Zaniya told on y'all. Not Legacy. Just because she repeated it don't mean that. No. And the thing about it is the first person who repeated it was Zaniya, and then she repeated it in y'all face. So no, y'all beef should be with her. And not only that, now that's TV, baby. Where's the Mel and Nugs fight? I'm ready to see them get that. Y'all was giving me that all last week. Teaser, and it didn't come. So apparently next week, that's what we're gonna see more of the girls fighting. Mel ain't came yet. But Kayla ends up getting there with Jules again. I thought we was all cool. What happened? Hennessy ends up getting that with Snow Blue. Snow Blue did say last week that, they went about 5 rounds. She got some. Hennessy got some. Whatever. It seems as though Sai and Alexis get into it. So we have some stuff to look forward to. Somebody ends up calling out Minnie again. I'm so tired of them talking about Minnie. But Minnie do look cute in her little afro. I don't know if that's a wig or not, but it's cute. I like it on her. She chilling. Like, leave Minnie alone. I've seen Minnie from episode 1 to episode 6. Like, I don't want to hear nothing else about Minnie. Please, child. I've had enough. But that's all I got for y'all in this one. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I love y'all. I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Bye, babes.